It's Week 16 of the 2041 season, and we'll see the Mounties' towering wide receiver. He should be one of his quarterback's best friends this week. Great game in store for y'all. Next on EA Sports.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And we get a glance at their leader in the huddle, the veteran, in his 9th season now in the league.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure, and he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
A quick throw there is incomplete. When you look at this defense, they were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks and
in trouble, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got under pressure again, and down he goes again. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. And they'll send out their punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. And here comes Westbrook. And call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he will take it in for the touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Mounties will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. The Dragons offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And his ability to use his legs has given the defense fits when trying to game plan. He's currently 2nd in the NFL in rushing yards by a QB. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's caught. It's a rookie from Oregon. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the first carry here for the running back. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Now an option play on 2nd down. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 16 carries, 74 yards.
They're coming off of back-to-back wins, and I think a lot of credit belongs to this guy right here because, to me, he's not only carried his weight, he's carried a few other guys along as well. He's helped draw defense.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. The 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Still in the first quarter, but what a great start for them. I mean, they've controlled the airways, Charles, on both sides. They had the passing touchdown. Then they intercept the pass of the other squad and take it back for another score.
Brandon, I know we have a ton of time left, but what an early backbreaker they just delivered. They're up early, and they appear to be totally dialed in. And that offense, they're forced to run right back out, still shaking up a bit, but feeling the pressure to put something on the scoreboard. They've got to be careful here.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Fighting through at the 25. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Columbus's offense just about ready to go again. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not a whole lot there. Maybe a yard to the 27. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. And he's going to use his legs here. And no pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Back to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big 3rd down play, and they did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
And on now is the punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Westbrook now on the return. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Up the middle they go. Wakefield. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They bring their punter out there now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Columbus's offense just about ready to go again. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throw left side complete. That's Meyer. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. And the slot man goes in motion left. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And he can muster only a couple here to the 24. Now a 3rd and 6. He'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. When you look at this defense, they were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's about what you consider the break-even mark. If you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but pretty nice effort.
And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 9 carries, 69 yards, and a touchdown.
It's a very nice winning streak that they're on, and they've really seen this offense come into its own as a unit. And one of the keys is that the ground game has been established, and it's keeping the defense honest near the line of scrimmage. Sometimes that leads to huge games for him. Other times, he plays a complementary role to someone else. But however it's getting done, they're winning week after week.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. They'll keep it on the ground. Wakefield, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Columbus's offense just about ready to go again. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Eluding the pressure right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
$14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Columbus with the football here to begin the second quarter. Second down and 6 now, as they've got it as we resume action. Second and 6. He finds his man, complete. That's Glover. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw here. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it's second down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they will advance this across midfield, but still well shy of a first as he's tackled at the 47. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. That's a step in the right direction defensively here because you're facing this sizable deficit. They're going to need more plays like that. A good sack, though. Good effort there.
And what you're hoping is, as you said, a step in the right direction, and that means it's something to build on. So you get the first one, and hopefully that can ignite them, and now they can make a few more plays and get back into this game.
Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Shifts by him at the 25. 51 yards on the punt there. Columbus's offense just about ready to go again. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Right back to him on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and now that sets up 3rd and 2. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Toronto's offense ready to take over. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Off play action. Foot steps away. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd down and 12. Flush to his, and the pressure gets to him again. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So they bring out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now a fair catch signaled for and made right about the 43-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. He finds his man complete. That's Shaw. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 7. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now back to throw. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Toronto's offense ready to take over. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
3rd down and 6.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Operating from the gun. Foot. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on 3rd down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it, and were able to keep the drive moving.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
3rd and 8. Back to throw. Foot. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And they'll send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. Taken in at the 22. Able to power through. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Columbus's offense just about ready to go again. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game now. Sometimes a better punter may actually determine the outcome.
He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. They'll set up a throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. A throw left sideline falls incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Toronto's offense ready to take over. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself, because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they've sequenced things, how it's run. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's still execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
They'll try to continue to be locked in here as we get ready to approach halftime. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down. Looking to throw. Foot. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Powering his way forward. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A nice pickup of 10 means that this drive will stay on track.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
Back to throw now on first down. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, he'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime.
And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4.
Back to throw. Foot. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, these two division rivals, the schedule maker gave them a couple of second-half meetings this year. They met for the first time back in Week 11, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
He finds his man, complete. It's Meyer. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. They'll throw now on the final play.
Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. We'll get started across the border in Mexico, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. 31-13 was the final.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. A very one-sided first half, 17-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Mounties offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And he's had his fair share of troubles in this one, unfortunately. This defensive front has wreaked havoc throughout the contest, and he hasn't been able to create enough space to make something positive happen to this point. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Operating from the gun. Foot. And that'll be incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. That one good for only 6, and it leaves them with a 4th down. They bring their punter out there now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Shaw. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
And this is what they're going to need more of. It's the third quarter. You're trailing. You've got to come out with a renewed sense of purpose. And that's a nice way to kick off the drive with good yardage and a first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. He finds his man, complete. That's Shaw. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
They'll look to throw now on first down.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
And right about now, you start to think, and maybe they're starting to think, gosh, maybe points aren't going to happen for us in this game.
Well, it's a thought that is worth having because so far in this game, this defense has not just had the upper hand. They've appeared to be a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps to everything they've done. They've had an answer for everything this offense has thrown at them.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Off the play fake. Foot. And he comes back with one complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
Looking to throw. Foot.
To the sideline and incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now a handoff up the middle. Wakefield. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Now on now is the punter, as he'll come on to kick this one away. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. The Dragons offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
He certainly did his best to find something on that run, but there just wasn't enough time to make it happen. Nice effort there, avoiding the sack and getting back to the line of scrimmage. That one certainly could have ended up worse.
And he will get the first down as he's up to the 20-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Here's a 2nd and 5. He's going to try and take off with it. Stops shy of the 45 despite some powerful running. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. 51 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Escaping the... And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Toronto's offense ready to take over. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Second and a couple. Back to throw. Foot. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back to Toronto as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
On third down, Wakefield, and he is going to lose yardage here. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on 1st down, but unable to do much from there. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Columbus's offense just about ready to go again. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
This offense is starting to get into rhythm. A nice quick throw there on target, able to pick up another 1st down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. They'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
2 yards on the play. 1st down, Columbus.
They're going to look to throw. He shakes him off. And that'll be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. They'll look to throw again. That is knocked away and incomplete, but a penalty flag. In the backfield, this might be a roughing call. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture, as now they've got a 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. 2nd down and 8. He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Back to throw. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. This will wind up a loss on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Touchdown! A 16-yard touchdown. And the Dragons are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Extra point right down the middle, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Now all of a sudden we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a 2-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before. When you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay, it's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to fashion together a good drive right here and now.
Because defensively, got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Looking to throw. Foot. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. No gain on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback.
Columbus's offense just about ready to go again. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he can't escape, and down he goes. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Looking to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Meyer.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. Back to throw here.
And that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it. And it'll be 2nd down.
He'll look to throw.
And that one too wide and incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10.
Back to throw again.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
He finds his man, complete.
Here, crowd on their feet. 3rd and 4. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
They'll set up a throw.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Here comes 2nd down.
Now back to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
How about a nod to the sequence of plays they're putting together here? This has been death by 1,000 paper cuts on this drive. But this is one of their best plays yet, and they're able to move it down into the red zone.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
This is 2nd and 8.
To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Now the question is obvious. Do you try to kick the field goal right here knowing that you need 2 scores? I would be thinking about it if I were on that sideline. Get the field goal now, try and get the touchdown later.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
And his kick is right there. It's good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play. And here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And they will take a knee here. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. Charles, in these lower-scoring games, you know it better than anybody. Points are at such a premium, but taking care of the football is king. They played turnover-free from whistle to whistle, and they come through with a victory.
Yeah, and that's what won them the game, because even doing it that way, being that clean, partner, they weren't able to really run away with this game. So that tells us just how important it was to make sure you played mistake-free football. That led to the victory.
So for Toronto, a win will come too late to save a losing season, but they do move to 6-9 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Columbus, it's a tough blow to their playoff aspirations as they drop to 9-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.